believes I can't sleep.
It's time to listen to Courtney at last on the Ramblings of an Insomniac podcast.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Ramblings of an Insomniac. I'm Courtney. Hello. Hey, thanks for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. If it's your third, 10th, 1000th, whatever, thank you so much. I hope that you stumbled upon this willingly. I hope you're not listening to my podcast under duress. I hope this isn't some type of people play my podcast and for the military to as torture to cough up like military secrets, or maybe people play it like as a to put you to sleep. I mean, hey, if my podcast put you to sleep, my podcast can cure insomnia. I'd be like Ramblings of an Insomniac, putting people to sleep across the world. Hey, if it puts you to sleep, then I know what it's like to not get sleep and whatever works. But if you're not listening to this like under duress for some type of horrible torture and it's not putting you to sleep and you've stumbled upon this and you still are listening and you like it and you tune into me on purpose, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So, man, um, many things on my mind. Wide variety. Oh gosh, sorry, Henry. Goodness, wide variety of things on my mind today. Where to begin? All right. So first of all, I was driving the other day and I saw California license plates, a couple of them. And hey, anybody with California, guys, leave it. I just want to let Californians know, if you are in Oregon and you have your California plates on, I want you to know that all of us behind you are cussing you out, flipping you off, wanting you to turn around. If you move here from California, the first thing you should do is take off your California plates. Put any other plates on there, just take off California or New York. We're going to do the same with New York, but mostly California. So if you're from New York or California and you move to Oregon, take off those plates immediately. Unless you welcome the aggression that you're going to get. Also, don't tell people. If people say, "Where are you from?" Just don't say California. Probably not a good option, because I just need you guys to know, I saw a rental car and it was hilarious. It had California plates and they went out of their way to print out a sign that said, "This is a rental car. We are not," and the "not" was in all capitals, "not from California." And it's because that person was probably from Oregon and knows how much Oregonians do not like seeing California plates. It's a weird thing we have. What's even weirder is California and Oregon are both very, very liberal, very woke states. But yet, Oregon just does not like California. It's a weird turf wars, beef, Bloods and Crips kind of thing we have going on. I mean, I don't know if California feels the same way. I don't know if I'm in California and I've got Oregon plates, if they're doing the same, if they're flipping us off and being like, "Go back to your state." I don't know. It's a good question. I'll have to ask on my social media. I'll have to ask. I'm curious, but it's a thing. So just if anybody from California is listening, they want to move to Oregon, don't tell people you're from Oregon and take off your plates immediately. I'm sorry. I know it's rude. It sounds so unhospitable. It sounds rude, but that's just how it is. I'm not going to apologize because I'm one of them. If I see your plates, I'm going to be flipping you off and cursing your name and thinking you are a crazy person, and yeah. So, and trying hard not to like ram you off the road. It's terrible. It's horrible. But just a little tip for you there. Again, not sure why, because they're both equally liberal. But whatever. Okay, so that's been on my mind. I saw a lot of California plates, and I'm like, I wonder how many states have this beef with bordering states. You know, is Wyoming like Montana states? God dang Montana, get out of here. I'm sure New York and New Jersey, probably total beef. They're probably like, God dang it, Jersey, get out. God dang it, New York, get out. I'm sure we all have them. It's just what you do. Maybe Washington, we're the same. I'm sure when we're in Washington, when Oregon's in Washington, they're like, get the F out. And they're flipping us off and doing the same. I mean, I don't even like having Oregon plates. I live in this state and I'm like, oh, get them off. Get them off. So that's a thing that's been on my brain. The other thing, the song It's the End of the World as We Know It came on appropriately yesterday while I was driving, while I was seeing California plates, California, while I was driving in the same trip I was taking, the song It's the End of the World as We Know It came on. And it's like, and I feel fine. And I just laughed because I'm like, that's so appropriate because I feel everybody has genuinely lost their marbles. I'm not really surprised by anything anymore, which is sad. I've said this 1,000 times on my podcasts that it's sad that people are jaded. No one seems to be really that shocked anymore because so I'm like, is it the end of the world? I mean, yesterday in particular, it was not a full moon, but I don't know about you guys. Not sure if you guys experienced this, but it just seemed extra crazy yesterday. Like a little smidge more, a little dash of extra crazy sprinkled on the day, a little more crazies running around loose than usual. I don't know. Where you live, where there are just extra crazy people around? Because it seems like there were even animals seemed like they were acting weird and just off. So I felt that song was so appropriate. It's just like I've been saying, it's like that movie, Don't Look Up. I don't know. Then again, it was a very eventful trip. This trip was eventful. I thought a lot. Um, I was driving through my town and I see that, because it's June, it's Pride Month. Yes, Pride Month. Pride Month. And there were, pride flags littered across every single post and window as far as the eye could see. And it struck me that, the 4th of July, our country's birthday and all, is coming in a little over a week. And I see not a singular American flag on anyone's window, in anybody's window, or flying outside their door or their building. I don't see them on our posts. I realize it's still June and it's not the end of Pride Month, but again, that got me thinking, a month? We need a month to celebrate who you put your penis in or who you sleep with. We need a month to celebrate sex. We're celebrating sex. We're celebrating the relationship. So the difference between a girlfriend and a friend, or a boyfriend and a friend, or a wife and husband and a friend, is that you sleep with them. You're sleeping with them. So we're celebrating not just, being gay, but we're celebrating, or lesbian or bisexual or all the other things that you can be. We're celebrating what you do in your bedroom. We're making it public. We're announcing to the world what we like in the bedroom. And hey, listen, I think you should get your freak flag flying high. You should fly that freak flag as high as you want. You should do whatever thing you want as long as it's not illegal or hurting anybody, as long as it's, consensual. You should do whatever the hell you want in your own home. But do you need to announce it and have an entire month and parades and TV shows and documentaries about it? Now, people are going to go, well, it's about just being able to have a relationship. It's about the relationship. Okay, but again, the difference between a friend and a partner that you live with and your fiance, your girlfriend, boyfriend, wife, husband, is that you're sexual with it. You sleep with them. It's a sexual thing. You're attracted to them. So we're sitting here having an entire month about who you find attractive. Yet we do not have a month for our military that protects us and puts their life on the line. We don't have an entire month for our veterans who have protected us and put their lives on the line, or for Memorial Day for the veterans that have died, lost their lives to protect us and give us freedoms. No, we get a day, a singular day, in which most people don't really think about the veterans or the military or those that have lost their life. People usually just think of it as a day off from work or a day out of school. It's not like anybody actually goes out and honor. I mean, people do. There are people that do it, yes. But it seems the majority, you just look at it like it's a day off. Whereas Pride Month, well, hell, there's documentaries, there are interviews, there are flags all over, and an entire month. A month. Now, there is Mother's and Father's Day, Memorial Day, Veterans Day. But boy, there's also a Black History Month as well as Juneteenth, because an entire month, that wasn't enough. We also need Juneteenth to celebrate the oppression that they're getting. Now, oppression is odd to me when we're having an entire month dedicated to you and we're having an entire anthem, national anthem, instead of singing our country's national anthem, or in addition to singing our country's national anthem, which, need I remind you again, I've said this on many podcasts and many of my social media posts. We don't need another anthem because our current national anthem already is diverse. It is the epitome of diversity. So it includes people of every race and every political point of view and sexual orientation. So it's already in there. It's in the ingredient. It's part of what makes our country awesome. So we don't need another anthem, nor do we need another flag. And we don't need an entire month and a day. Because again, the fact that you get a whole month and a day tells you that you're not oppressed right there. The fact that you're able to work tells you you're not oppressed. The fact that you're able to get on social media and spout out hateful things and scream and cry that you're somehow oppressed while getting on a phone that you purchased and doing it inside a home that you live in. No one tried to kick you out of that home because of your color. No one tried to deny you cell service because of your color. No one tried to kick you off of your social media platform because of your color or who you sleep with. Now people are going to go, "Oh, I've totally been denied an apartment because of my sexual orientation." Really? Because where in any kind of questionnaire does it say, "Now, do you put your penis in a boy or a girl?" Where does it say that on an application? And when you're meeting someone, do you go, "Hi, my name is Richard and I'm gay. Hi, my name's Sally and I'm a lesbian"? Because that's stupid if you're going around announcing that. So don't tell me you've been denied. This is not the fucking 60s, okay? This is 2024. Gays have more rights than I've ever seen. They have more businesses that are open. You can get scholarships. You can get all kinds of stuff for being gay, just like being Black, just like being Asian, just like being Hispanic. And it's the Native Americans that I think are still getting screwed, really. We're like, here you go. Here's a really piece of shit desert land that you can't grow anything on, and it's dusty and depressing. You go take that in your casino. Like, I don't know how a casino got involved with Native Americans. How do the two correlate? How did we come up with that? We'll give you all the money from the casino. I mean, I'm sure you make a lot. I don't know, to be honest. I need to educate myself on that. But here you go. We're going to give you really shit land that we can't even give away if we wanted to. That's very difficult to grow anything in and is depressing as hell to look at. And then you live out there and, that we'll call it good. We'll call it good for, coming over here. It's just weird. It's just weird to me. I don't understand. Again, I don't get what's going on when you can have, there was not one single American flag. And when did it become a thing that if you wear a shirt with the American flag, or if you put an American flag on your car, or if you put it on your porch, somehow that means you're a Nazi? Somehow that means that you are Hitler and you're racist and all this stuff. I thought, again, call me just crazy, but I thought it meant, hey, I'm a patriot that loves my country. Hey, I stand for this country and believe in it still, in spite of all of the crazy that's going on. In spite of all the woke idiots, I still believe that this country is great and has potential to get back to where it was. I'm not going to give up on it. Hey, I love this country because it affords me freedoms that other countries don't. When did it suddenly start meaning hate and bigotry and slavery? And again, I love how Democrats just always sweep under the carpet that they were the ones on the side of wanting slavery to continue. They were like, slavery? Hell yeah. Sign me up for that shit. 2 thumbs up. 2 enthusiastic thumbs up for slavery. And then, again, a Democrat started the KKK. But nobody ever wants to, whenever they get caught on that, they're like, oh, well, but you're a racist. That's just always it. Or I don't want to talk about this anymore. Okay, of course not. Convenient. Convenient. Oh, crap. Oh, there she is. Oh, good. Okay. Sorry. You know how it is if you listen to my podcast. There's always one dog that goes missing during my podcast. Always one dog that goes astray. If there's not a dog barking or panting or a cat meowing or the garbage truck driver or somebody interrupting the podcast, well, it's just not the ramblings of an Insomniac podcast, you guys. Oh, on cue, I think comes just a big old diesel truck with a flag on it. Whoop, whoop. I have not one, but 2 American flags on the back of my car. And so people think I'm double hateful. They're like, that bitch is double racist. It's crazy. I don't know when racism got mixed in with the equation of the American flag, because that's about the most ignorant, moronic thing I've ever heard people try to combine. I mean, what a bunch of idiots. I guess it does still shock me. I guess I am still shocked by just how stupid and sheeples people are. Uneducated people are. I don't, it baffles me. It baffles me that people think there are some people out there that still see Joe Biden and think that all the videos of him with dementia, not knowing how to speak or stand, are fakes. They're all fakes. None of it's real. It's just an illusion. And then there's the other extreme that's like, Joe Biden died a long time ago, and this is an AI. It's a robot or it's an alien. So that's where we're at in this country. We think that Biden is either an alien, a robot, or does not have dementia and is functioning at high levels of intelligent and carrying himself, conducting himself quite gracefully. Those are the rose-colored glasses we're looking through in this country. I mean, Canada Canada, you guys, I know that you understand me because if you are from Canada and you are listening to my podcast, it means that you feel the same way about your country and my country. Both of our countries are screwed up. Again, I think Canada is a freaking sexy ass country. It is stunningly gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. I don't like all the snow though. That that sucks balls. I don't know how you guys deal with it. It makes you tough. Fuck a lot tougher than I am. I don't do snow, so Canadians, Canucks, power to you for putting up with that shit. But your country is gorgeous. And I'm aware that you guys are feeling the same way. You're like, fuck this. This is absolutely asinine. Australia, same thing. Fuck this. Absolutely asinine. There are a lot of countries that are like, fuck this. This is asinine. So I don't blame the people that live in countries that have a lot of corruption going on. I don't blame the people that live in the countries that have corruption going on and craziness going on. It's not everybody's fault. Obviously, there are people that do believe in it, but I can't lump all Canadians and all Australians and all Chinese people and all Russians. Again, I love Russians. Oh my God, every Russian I've ever met and German makes me laugh. I have a good time. They know how to have a good time. Shout out to the Russians and the Germans. They make me laugh. And now people are going to go, oh my God, did you hear that Courtney supports Putin? And did you hear that Courtney thinks that Putin is great and wants to be his best friend? That's not what I'm saying. Don't get it twisted. Not what I said. Just saying, I've met people from all over the world that I thought were amazing, and their country has nothing to do with them as people. Just like your race and your sexual orientation and your political background, all of those things are ingredients. They are pieces of the puzzle that make you who you are. I care about people, killing other people. I care about people's character and um, moral background and ethics, and how hard of a worker they are. Which brings me to the next thing that's been keeping me up. You know how you watch National Geographic and you see lions and cheetahs and these prey animals that go after they are the predators and they go after the prey like the gazelles and stuff. I always think, God, that's so sad. That's so sad, which it is. But they have to eat too. It's the circle of life. They all have to eat. They're just moms trying to feed their kids too. They're just trying to survive as well. And I think of the whole survival of the fittest. And I think of back, like caveman times. Every time I say that, I think of like Rachel on Friends when she's talking to Ross and she's like, the days of yesteryear. Um, but when it really was survival of the fittest, I think of like Game of Thrones. I realize Game of Thrones is not real. I realize that it's fiction, but it's based at a time that was real, and it was based on a timeline that was real and things that actually did occur. And that is, you had to be a badass. There was no weaklings. If you were weak, you will die. And I'm realizing I can't stand weak people. It makes me insane. I have a prey drive. I cannot stand. Now, okay, first I want to start off by saying I'm not talking about people that cry or that have a bad day and they're just being lazy, or they're depressed. They're too depressed to get out of bed, or they're too sad or whatever, and they're having a hard time and they're going through a hard period, rightfully so. Or those that are genuinely for real very sick, or have an actual disease that genuinely wreaks havoc on their body. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the hypochondriacs. I'm talking about the babies. I'm talking about the people that are just always, with their hand on their forehead. Oh, I just don't feel well. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I'm so depressed. And everything is just depressing to them, and everything makes them sad, and everything makes them depressed. And they're always dying of something, and they're just Eeyore. And I brings out the prey drive in me. I'm just like, I just want to pounce on you and then let you go a little bit and watch you squirm and watch you run and then chase after you and then pounce on you again, which is terrible because I am not a bully. I absolutely protect people that are being picked on. I protect animals and people that are being picked on and bullied. But if you are being picked on and bullied because you're just a weak ass person that I'm not talking about someone that isn't aggressive, someone that maybe is just passive and just isn't going to fight because they don't want to fight. I'm not saying that makes you weak at all. You know what I'm talking about, people. I'm just talking about those that just can't handle life in general. Whether it's good or bad, they just can't handle anything. And they don't try to. They don't want to try. And they'll start to try and they're just like, oh, I tried, I can't. And then they have everybody else in their life do everything for them because they just can't function. It really drives me insane. I can't handle it. I can't handle people that have to have everybody do things for them and don't even try to be a self-sufficient, independent person. I don't get lazy. I can't again, I don't mean you've gone to work all day and now you want to go home and relax. That's not being lazy. I don't mean on your days off you want to sit and chill out. That's not being lazy. I'm talking about, although I have to say, even on my days off, I'll say I'm going to chill out and I'll say I'm going to relax. And I probably should because there's nothing wrong with it. You should. Your body needs some downtime for sure. I'm just not built that way. I'm wired for sound. I Relaxing and just being still is not relaxing to me. I do like to do it for a little bit of time. I do like to relax and lay in bed sometimes. I have my moments where I'm just going to lay in bed and watch really stupid, mindless stuff and play dumb games. But I'll do that for maybe a half a day and then I have to get up and do stuff. And I only do that once in a while. Usually I'm going. So I'm not talking about me. I'm neurotic. I'm crazy. So I'm just saying, you know what I'm talking about? The weak people. I can't handle it. I just can't handle it. And I've been surrounded by them lately. I've been surrounded by them. And when they're like your boss or someone that's supposed to be in charge, I don't know about you, but I can't respect or listen to my boss if I don't feel that they know what the hell they're talking about. If I don't respect them, if I don't feel confident in them, then it's very difficult for me to respect you. When I know how to do my job and you don't know how to do my job, you have no clue. Not only do you not know how to do my job, but you literally have no clue. You don't have the slightest clue how to do my job. I'm not going to respect you as my superior. I'm not going to look at you as a superior. I'm going to look at you as an inferior that I am choosing to work because I like the people I work with and I like my customers kind of thing. I'm not going to lie, I kind of look at it like I'm doing you a favor. I'm a very hard worker. I am well liked and I'm loyal to my customers. I very much care about, genuinely care about my customers. And I'm going to be in it for them, but I'm not going to be in it for people that I don't respect, whether you're the owner or not. And I am going to get to the point where I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to tell you that I don't respect you. I'm not going to hide it because why? The whole just always sick, just constantly sick. You know, you're probably always sick because you just think in your head you're always sick because you're depressed all the time, because you're negative all the time. And I realize when you're depressed, you can't, no matter what, you can't just suddenly get up and be happy. That's the difference between having a bad day and being sad and being depressed. Depressed means you can't just pull yourself out of it. I get that. I get it. So again, not talking about that. I'm just talking about the constant Eeyores that are always like, the sad sacks. I fucking hate it. I don't like weak people that are just can't function, that always need to have their partner with them or always need to, have their partner pick up the slack. Like, how do you think the other person feels having to babysit you all the time and to be positive for both of you and to work for both of you and to be happy for both of you? That's a lot to carry. I can't be with people like that. I would smother them with a pillow. It wouldn't work. I need strong. I like strong. And if I'm going to be with a man, he needs to be an actual decisive man that can change a tire. I'm sorry, you have to know how to change a tire. You have to know how to make decisions. I'm not saying you have to be manly man as in, oh, protect me and shoot a gun and all these things. I mean, I do like that. I like those things, but I'm not saying that's what makes you a man. I'm just saying if I feel like I have to get in front of you and protect you, I'm not saying it's the man's position to have to do. I'm just saying if I feel that you're weaker than me, you're not my cup of tea. I am a very old school kind of gal that way. I'm not a feminist. I do believe that women should be able to vote and be able to work, and I'm not going to be the little woman that sits around and does, makes their man a sandwich and all of that. But I'll make my man a sandwich. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go make my man a sandwich and get in the kitchen, but I'll make my man a sandwich because it's equal. I don't mind making my man a sandwich. He can also make me a sandwich. I don't mind giving him massage. He can give me a massage. I don't mind us both working. I don't mind if I choose to stay home and that is my choice, or if he chooses to stay home. I don't think that men have to, again, say, unga bunga, me man, you woman, and do that. I'm just saying, if I feel that you're weaker than me, that's not my cup of tea. I don't do skinny jeans and long hair with nose piercings that's attached to the ear and, you know, um, eating granola. And there's nothing against that. I love tattoos. I love it all. If you want tattoos and piercings, I love tattoos. If you want long hair as a dude, that's cool. I just can't stand it. There's very few people in this world I think can pull off long hair as a man. Not into it. But again, I'm not against it for you. For you, you can have whatever you want. I have friends from all walks of life. I don't care if you have piercings, long hair, tattoos, all of those things. I have tattoos. Just saying me personally, I need a man. And to me, if you're wearing skinny jeans and eating vegan and wearing fake glasses that don't even have actual lenses in them, like the Portlandia crap, then come on, son. You're not, in my book, a man. But hey, I mean, you're biologically a man. So that's good. You have that. You're more of a man than I am. You have a penis. So that's good. Come on, pooches, let's go. Um, so that's on my mind. The whole, I don't get why. How did I get off on this whole tangent? Oh, the month, Pride Month. Yeah, Pride Month is a bunch of crap. Black History Month, crap. We don't ever need to be focusing on our coochies and penises. We don't need to be focusing on our color of our skin. That's just, again, an ingredient. And it's an important one. It's one ingredient, but we have many. So if you feel the need to focus on just the color of your skin and you want everybody to think the color of your skin is just the most important thing in the entire planet, that's an issue that I think you need to see a therapist about, because if you are basing your self-worth and your entire, well, just that, your self-worth and your identity on the color of your skin, then that's selling yourself short. There's a lot that make up a human. It's what kind of music we like. It's what kind of worker we are. It's how we treat others. Do we shake hands? Do we hold open doors for people? Do we say please and thank you? Do we have respect for the elderly and authority? Do we hurt people? Do we steal? Do we lie? Do we cheat? Do we get up every day trying our best? I think those are things that matter. And then, of course, your religion is important. Of course, your political party and your gender and your race are all important, but they're not the most important thing. One of those things, just one of those things alone, singularly, is not important. All of those things together are what is important, in my book, to me, in my opinion. So to have an entire month based on your race or, what you like in the sack is bizarre. It's just bizarre. And again, like everyone has been saying, we've all said this 100 times. Say it with me now. If you can have a Black History Month, why, oh, why can't you have a White History Month? Why? But again, a month is not necessary. It's overkill. And did anybody see AOC and what's his name? James something. Their what only can be described as lunatic behavior, like as if they were at some frat party drinking alcohol out of a solo cup and playing flip cup and beer pong. That's what they were behaving like. They were trying to rally for the all, of 40 people that were at their rally in the Bronx. And AOC is like just trying to pump up the crowd. And she kept tossing her hair, flipping her hair, like she was just trying to be all sexy and shouting out like she was at some concert. I mean, what? What is going on? Oh my God. Like, it's embarrassing to be an American right now. It's embarrassing to be a Canadian. It's embarrassing to be an Australian. Switzerland's like, we're just chilling over here like we always do. We're chilling. But again, that annoys me too. It's like, come on, you guys, what are you contributing? I get being neutral. That's great. But then what? What happens if you have to make a decision? What happens when you have to make a decision? Can you not make a decision? Why are you so neutral? We're just going to always stay neutral, guys. We don't have opinions over here. We have no opinions. We have none. We are gonna keep them to ourselves. That's great. That's good for a lot of stuff. You should take care of you, do your own thing. Each country should just worry about themselves and only themselves. It just pisses me off because there's a different standard with Americans. We're expected to bail the rest of the country out all the fucking time. And when we want to take care of just our country, people are like, fuck you, America. Fuck you. We need money. We need you to protect us. We need your help. All while we tell you that we hate you and hate everything you stand for. But we're also trying to get to your country because we secretly love your country. But we tell everybody we hate your country. And we treat you like shit when you come to our countries. France. Yeah. We treat you like shit when we come to your country. But at the same time, the second that we feel bullied or scared, if we're scared, we're like, America, we're scared. We need money too. And could you bring money and military and come protect us? Can you come get us? I mean, it's bullshit. It's so ridiculous. And so then you've got countries that just sit there and don't do anything. And again, part of it I get. I want us to just worry about us and not the Ukraine and not any other country. But at the same time, I'm like, I also don't want to see a country suffering. I don't want to see Israel suffering. I want to help Israel. I want to help Israel real bad. But part of me is also like, but we really need to kind of stick with our own country. I'm on the fence, but I just get tired of other countries thinking it's okay to take care of their country and stick with their country and never seem to have an opinion or get involved. But then suddenly also have an opinion about our country and be like, fuck you, American. You guys are a bunch of assholes. You don't help anybody. Okay, again, what do you contribute? Switzerland, France, Germany, England, honest to God. What the hell are you guys contributing to society? What is it that you are? What do you have to offer? Military? No. Protection from anything? No. Uh-uh. Good weather? No. You have good singers though. Food? No. Like you hate us, but you need us, and it's been proven. Australia needs us. People need us, but they talk smack about us. France needs us real bad. That's been proven. What do you guys have to offer? I'm just asking. Just asking for a friend. So those are the things that have been on my mind. I had a very productive drive. All these things came to me yesterday on my drive. So it was a productive one. Anyway, I got to get myself decompressed here. I have a lot to do today. I have a lot of errands to run. So whatever you guys are out and about doing, I hope you get it done and have some time left to not be, well, again, if you've earned being lazy, then you get on with your lazy self. You do it. Watch that chick flick or watch that documentary or shoot that gun or go hunting or fishing or hiking or whatever it is you're going to do. Read. But I hope you have a great day, whatever it is. If you see a California plate, flip them off for me. All right. Anyway, thank you so much for listening to another episode of the Ramblings and of an Insomniac. And I bidened out there. I bidened out. Did you hear that? Let's start this again. 3, 2, 1. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Ramblings of an Insomniac. I'm Courtney. Thank you.